Hello, friends. Ryan here from Mana Bluff, another M15 draft. I think we have an easy pick. We open a triplicate Spirits. Yisan is fine. Good card, not great card. Pridemate, Sanctified Charge, passing a little bit of white. I think like Juggernaut as a second, or Satyr Wayfinder. That's a super fun deck to move in on. But I don't think you pass a triplicate Spirits. You know, the white deck's always overdrafted. Doesn't matter if you are in a position where white's coming to you, then it's good. And a lightning strike. Okay. Rare was taken out of this pack. There's nothing on the level of lightning strike. Broodkeeper, Ingenious Ingenuity, Meteorite. All uncommons are fine. Black Cat's fine. But yeah, I think we're two pretty straightforward first picks here. Just take some sweet power. Pay attention to what's going to start being open. And more power. So, this is a little interesting decision. Flesh to Dust is a straightforward slam right here, which I think is where we're going to go. But Siege Worm and Curd Chieftain are also both really nice. I could kind of skew towards the Curd Chieftain to go with the Lightning Strike. Just because it's a pick. We're noticing there's no real white happening, but Flesh is really fantastic. And there's an uncommon and a rare taken from the pack. Rare could be whatever. Uncommon, what are you thinking? Things like a Cone of Flame and whatnot? I'm going to take the Chieftain to try to stay on red, but I'm paying attention to these black cards in this Siege Worm. No white, no blue. And then there's blue galore. No black. I'm going to take Frostlinks. I could just stay on the green path and take Generator Servant. After all, if I'm looking to go red-green, then Generator Servant's really grand. But we're still in the early picks of the draft. I just want to take powerful cards. Welcome Turn, Frostlinks, and... Well, I mean, Quickling's okay. It's kind of underwhelming, but I wouldn't take it over the Turn or the Lynx. Roaring Primadox. Yeah. First really good blue card we've seen. Here's a second one. Red and white are around but fairly dried up. Aeronaut Tinkerer could be good if we go into like base blue, a little bit of aggression, splash, not splash, but play some red, and then we have like an artifact here or two. But seeing a Welkin turn that late and that Frostlink means I'm pretty happy moving in and trying to get some blue on. And I'm going to stick to that aggressive game plan and just take another Welkin turn. They get that much better in multiples. I do like that I'm seeing like another Generator Servant, a Scrapyard Mongrel. White is clearly the only thing missing. So our first pick's gotta go. Goodbye, Triplicate Spirits. I'm not super sad. Yeah, it's powerful. Yeah, it's great. And I want to win drafts. But also, aren't you guys sick of seeing Triplicate Spirits decks? Well, I guess this thing in the format, you've seen everything. But, man, so overdone. Which is familiar. Glad we let the black ship sail. I still want to make red work. I mean, Lightning Strike and Curd Chieftain are just so powerful. Why not? But I think blue's the only color I'm happy to solidify myself in. Now I just want some Into the Voids. That would be nice. Not that they're going to get passed, but open those. Keep going aggressive. Get more Lynxes, more turns. Can't lose. Alright, peeps. What's my next pick? Sign of Blood is the best card in the pack, but like I said, I don't think we've seen much more besides that somewhat late Flesh to Dust, which means I also think someone's going to take that as a signal like I did, and next to me might be Into Black. I'm not too sure. This is our first white card we've even seen. I'll just take the Torch Fiend. I kind of want to... I would rather try to be a little bit of on the red path anyway. The blue cards are a little bit... blue cards. The green cards are a little bit better. Shaman of the Spring just a good on its own card, with Energo Scavenger being a good in its deck card, but I don't really want to move into green for that. We could take a Lava Axe. We could take a Hot Soup if we end up going in Artifact deck. I don't think that... I'm just going to cut some red. Not planning on playing it, mind you. Wow. Satyr Wayfinder table? That's kind of ridiculous. Still think we take the Goblin here. Not too sure how I feel about that. Wayfinder is a huge card. Big game. We could take it speculatively on green. See where we go. But, I mean, the Goblin is a solid card. I don't want to ignore that. In case we have to go another color. This might be good in our deck, right? If we're going that route. It's a decent 6-drop at that point. Blast Firebolt's fine as well. But who wants a Blast Firebolt when you get Lightning Strikes? Alright. Black is kind of like dirtling around here. And that late Satyr Wayfinder makes me wonder. Solidly split into 2 colors. Not stoked for that, but certainly not the end of the world. Blue wasn't like entirely open. These were just kind of like in the later packs that well can turn their frost links. I think we're going to stick to that. Red definitely wasn't like insanely open, but whatever. Nothing super powerful. Bloodseeker's grand, but not insane. I think I'm just going to take the Plate Mail over the Gargoyle. They're both clunky, but I do think this deck kind of wants an artifact if I'm going into these colors. Not that I want to build around an artifact, but I want to Plate Mail has some pretty big upside even though it's super expensive. We might be aggressive, we might not, who knows, but I mean, Plate Mail on a Welcome turn is not a bad thing. I like Divination, Negate would make the deck, I'd take the Rough Rider. Bloodseeker is, I think, a little bit of a better card, but I'm just going to take a power card here. Sliver, Enforcer, Goblin, I'll take the Enforcer. Path Mage would be fine as well. Bronze Sable Tabling. Here's a Covenant. Again, it's pretty good. We saw that in the last pack as well. I don't want to move into black for it, though. Especially when I just have solid picks in my color. And Enforcer is definitely that. Especially now that we have a Haunted Plate Mail. The more evasion we get, the better. Considering looking to either not play this, or if we get a, pretty easily pick up an Evolving Wilds. We'll do that splash, which we all know is a nice, fun, easy way to rock in this format. And I don't really want another Rummaging Goblin at this point, unless I know I'm really heavy red. Which is where, we're looking to go, but not guaranteed yet. This is kind of cool. Nothing else is as cool. There's the Sentinel, which is fine, though. If I want to be more in the beatdown plan, then the Ether Spouts is going to be a little bit better. Yeah, I just think it does a lot. Deals with the triplicate spirits and all of that fun stuff. And it is a powerful card, so we'll grab it over a Sentinel. Though I wouldn't mind having a Sentinel in deck. It's just not ideal. What 2-drops? We have 3 2-drops? Yeah. Kind of bummed we didn't get any of the real premium, like Lightning Strike, or if we got lucky at Cone of Flame. Because I don't think we passed any red. Second Curd Chieftain means I'm going to take it, and then now prioritize an Evolving Wilds. That's what that means. Divination, again, wouldn't mind. Forged Devil is good as well. Surprised we haven't seen any more powerful white, considering how hard it was packed. Sungray Pegasus is a little bit late, though, which is what's making me think of the white. Do I want the fins? Do I want the fins? Huh. I don't know if I want the fins. It's arguable that the Crasher is just better. Or Divination. I think I'm going to take the Divination. I would definitely run one of the Capshaw Kite Fins, but we're not like super behind on creatures. And now with the 2 Chieftains, I do kind of want to be finding the forest in my deck. Could even take just a 2-drop, since I have very bad defensive 2-drops. So I think Divination is just nice. It's just good. Coral Bear is not insane at the deck, since we want to be on the beatdown plan, but it's still a very good card and a decent 3-drop, and I don't think this deck really wants a Meteorite. Chieftain really demands... it's still okay if I'm splashing and I get like green in there through a Meteorite, but really I'm looking for an actual forest. Yeah, I'll take the barrier. That could be wrong. Maybe I should have done that. Feels good. I want the peel. Yay. Man, get 3 Frost Lynxes and 2 peels. Can't lose. Hard to get that, too. I'll take the Frenzied Goblin over the crowd's favor. It's our first 1-drop. If the last pack kind of goes a little bit more our way, we could be a little bit on the beatdown plan. Definitely, it's definitely no over military intelligence. Crowd's favor, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind picking one up. Get them tricks on. Another divination. I think I would run. I'm pretty sure I would run 2 in this deck, versus like a main deck negate, which is doable, but I'm not excited for. And I don't want necessarily the second, I don't want the second Glacial Crasher over the second divination. I just like drawing cards. So much fun. But that definitely keeps me where I'm at with my card draws. 2 divinations and a Rummaging Goblin means I'm set. Cut the military intelligence. Might play it. Doubtful. Same with the Void Snare. Also don't really want to be playing the Hammer Hand unless we get way more aggressive. Machine for the board. 2 drops are looking good, but again, a little weak on the defense, and then the 3-drop slot we have a Coral Barrier. So the deck isn't streamlined. They're all decent playables. Really want to prioritize that Evolving Wilds in the next pack. I mean, I'm not going to skip on a Cone of Flame for it, or a Lightning Strike. However, I could easily see myself skipping up on like a Frostlings over it, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I kind of need it for the Curd Chieftain. Oh no, this is a decision. See, here's the Evolving Wilds, which could even table, with a Stormtide Leviathan, which is just a finisher. But I feel like if we have the Evolving Wilds, we have the power in our deck to kind of do what we're interested in. And again, I want to prioritize it. And this guy being late, we're not even sure we're going to be getting to 8 mana with this deck. We're not really built for it. So yeah, I'm going to take the Evolving Wilds. Would love a Turn of Frog or the Amphin Path Mage at table. I'm not hopeful for it, but blue is not overly drafted at table. Decent white cards, nothing crazy else in the pack. Elvish Mystic, I think, would be my favorite of the commons. Inferno Fist is grand. Much better than a second Frenzied Goblin. Nimbus of the Isles would make the deck also, but we have some decent evasion with our 2 Welkin turns and our Krenko's Enforcer. Yeah, and of course this is just another removal spell. What's our split like? Do we have enough red cards to make that guy worth it? Not really. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue creatures. But then again, I'm not really playing anything else. I mean, I'm not going to play the Brawler's Blade. I've already got my expensive equipment. I don't need a second Glacial Crasher just like before. I'm not moving in on the other colors. Yeah, we're taking it. It may not make the deck. Well, they get better in multiples, I suppose. Do I want that over Mercurial Pretender, though? Yeah, I've got a bunch of Curd Chieftains and a Frostlings. Those are kind of nice for copying. Yeah, but I kind of like having 2 Paragons now. Makes pretty much any red creature like insane. Such as this 2-drop, which we're happy to grab. Little worried. All my 2s are 1 toughness. We get pretty well eaten by a Fester Globe. And without sideboard options against it, that can be scary. Huh. Interesting. I really don't think I need a 3rd Paragon. Yeah, they get a little bit better in multiples, and you can start purchasing more red creatures, but at the end of the draft here, they're not doing too much. Alternative is Dissipate or my second Hammerhand, neither of which I'm excited for. I don't want to be playing this double blue this early in the curve, even if you can kind of consider Dissipate Yeah, but I'm not gonna run a third Paragon, so I won't main deck the Dissipate. But I like having a sideboard, so that's fine. Wow, that's a really light Paragon. That's insane. I guess the same theory goes for this Encrust, especially now that we're kind of getting to the end of the pack. Still need 2 more playables, maybe Hammerhand in this kind of deck. Not too sure, but we'll have this guy in the sideboard pretty easily. Alright, Torch Fiend or Thundering Giant? I already have 1 Torch Fiend, and I've already mentioned my 2 drops already are at the X1, so I'm not super stoked for it. I think we do just want 1 more dude up here in the higher end of the curve. Just to fill the curve out and have another like late drop. Plus with 2 Paragons, this is kind of like a 5/4. We're hoping at least. That works out okay. Ooh, Path Mage, yay! I like ye. Yeah. It's a late Sanctified Charge. We'll cut it over the Necrobite. Titanic Growth. Well, my deck doesn't really care that much about Mind Rot. You can get me. I got a couple of late game guys I'm hanging on to. Yeah, so this is basically going to be the deck. 16 creatures, a couple of decent spells. Peel, Inferno, Lightning Strike, Divinations. I would kind of prefer a different set of red cards, better 2-drops than these. The Bloodseeker is not doing a whole lot. Sure, I have these 2 burns, but that's about it. Nothing else is really dying. Plate Mail a little late, but yeah, good stuff. I guess we'll take another Crusher. I'm not going to play 2. Unless there's a matchup I care about it for. Ooh, Miner's Bane. That might trade out with the Crusher, which might seem weird, but with the 2 Paragons, plus just to like ease up on the mana a little bit. Playing the Aether Spout at double red and being the only, or at double blue, I kind of like, and just instead of like also having this guy. Question is, how aggressive are we? I think we can play fairly aggressively. We're not like the most aggressive deck. We're running this Coral Barrier. We only have 1. Yeah, I think that's the only real decision. Do I want to play the Glacial Crasher or the Miner's Bane? Well, let's bust the deck into a breakdown and then we'll decide. Alright, so here it is just kind of broken down for everybody. Yeah, I'm going to cut the Glacial Crasher. I think in a blue-red build, it's generally better than the Miner's Bane, but it just really helps the mana so much to not have that second double blue spell. With the only Aether Spouts being our double blue and only having 1 of them is kind of nice. And I do like our sideboard options. We're not going to play Military Intelligence. I'd rather just have the 2 Divinations, even though we want to be on the beatdown plan. Void Snare and Hammerhand also options if we were a little bit more aggressive, but I kind of like where we're at with what our spells are doing. They're just a lot more impactful. Plate Mail and Aether Spout are a little bit on the late game and Divination to where we're not really a mainstreamed aggressive deck. It's a little bit more mid-rangey, but we got a lot of power from 4 and above and a lot of late game here. I like having the Dissipate and Crush in the sideboard if I really just need like solid answers to like, you know, souls or whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty okay with this deck. Let's add some basics. Now I definitely need me my forest. Schmank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we do want 7 islands. But can I get away with just 8 mountains? Actually, maybe I do just want 6. I mean, the whole point of cutting the Glacial Crasher there was so that my mana would be a little bit better. Is 6 good enough? 6 with an Evolving Wilds? No, I think I like this. I think that's good. I think I'll be fine. Cool. Let's play some Magic. I like Magic.